What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Kristen and today we are going to be doing the controversial parenting tag. I saw somebody else do this tag and I thought, hey, I could do that. I'm just going to jump right into it. Pro-life or pro-choice? I'm pro-choice and pro-life. I guess I'm pro do what's right for you. I feel like a lot of people think that someone who's getting an abortion is using it as birth control, and that's usually just not the case. More often than not, a person is really struggling with that choice, and it's not something that they're just like, oh, I'm pregnant, I'm just going to go ahead and go get an abortion. It's not a big deal. That's usually not the norm. So I feel like I'm pro-choice to an extent. I'm also pro-life to an extent. I could never get an abortion. That was brought up to me when I was pregnant with Gage, and I couldn't do it then. I wouldn't be able to do it now. I guess I'm just do whatever's right for you. Baby wearing. Is this controversial? I guess a lot of people say that if you hold your kid too much, you're going to spoil them, but I don't think that's true. Gage was held all the time, so was Owen, and neither one of them are spoiled. And Owen's a mama's boy. There's no doubt about that. Baby wearing is handy. My sister does it now with my newborn nephew. It's handy. She's got her hands free to take care of my other nephew, to do the dishes, to let her dogs outside, and he likes to be close to her. So I don't see a problem with it. I mean, again, do you. If you want to hold your kid all the time, then hold them. The more love, the better, right? Circumcision. Both of my boys are circumcised. Adoption. Is anybody against adoption? What kind of person is against adoption? I am definitely pro-adoption. I follow so many people who have adopted. This Gathered Nest, are you people watching them? They have like umpteen kids and they're about to adopt another one. I can't handle it. I love it. I absolutely love watching them. I love the mom, I love the dad, I love all the kids. When I was younger, I thought that I would actually adopt. I was kind of actually hoping that I would, but I ended up having my own babies, which was a blessing. But if I could go back, I probably would have adopted too. Baby piercing. No, I'm not for that. I think that's stupid. I don't see any point in that. But if you're gonna do it, take them to a tattoo parlor. Do not take them to the mall. Do not take them to Walmart. Those guns are disgusting. Don't use those. Breast milk versus formula. Well, I did both, so I'm pro feed that baby. I did not breastfeed Gage, but I did breastfeed Owen for 3 years. And I loved every minute of it. And I kind of wish I was still breastfeeding. I miss it. Cry it out method versus other. Well, for starters, I am not pro anything where my kid is screaming. I'm pro pick the baby up when they're crying. Fussing, I can handle. When my babies were babies, I would let them fuss just a little bit to see if they were actually going to wake up and need me, or if they were just sort of, you know, dreaming or something like that. You know what I mean? But once they started to, once I knew that they were going to wake up or they were needing something, I got up and got them. Morning, noon, and night. I'm their mom. That's my job. So I don't subscribe to cry it out at all. I don't like that. It stresses me out to hear babies cry. Spanking. Oh God. I will swat a rear. Co-sleeping. My 12-year-old still sleeps in my bed sometimes. Actually, I mean, he does still sleep in my bed sometimes. Both of my boys would still sleep in my bed if I let them. Owen still does, obviously. Sometimes he'll sleep in his room, sometimes he'll sleep on the couch, sometimes he sleeps in my bed. It just depends on his mood that night, or if he's got to go to school the next morning and whatnot. If he's got to go to school in the next morning, he usually prefers to sleep in bed with me. I think that he sleeps better, and I definitely sleep better. I co-slept both boys, and my grandparents co-slept us. I mean, all of us slept in my grandparents' bed or near my grandparents' bed until we were 13. I remember curling up in my grandpa's bed many, many, many times because I was safe there. Home versus public versus private versus charter schools. Well, I've got 2 kids in public school and 1 homeschooled. Gage is homeschooled. He does his schooling online through timeforlearning.com, and it's a great website. I love it. He can log on anytime and do what he needs to do, and then he has time to go to work. And traditional school just was not for him. If you want to know more about that, I can share that story with you. Owen is in public school also. He is actually going into 6th grade this year. How is that even possible? We're a public and homeschool family, and you do what works for your kid. All kids learn differently. Vaccinations. I'm pro-vaccinate. They're there for a reason, so vaccinate. I did delay the vaccinations. Usually a pediatrician's office wants to do 4 shots every time that you go in, and I didn't like that. So I had an amazing pediatrician with my kid, who was actually my pediatrician when I was a kid, and they let me delay a little bit. I would only let them get 2, 1 in each leg. I would come back in a few weeks and get another 2 shots, just so if they had an allergic reaction, then I could say, well, he got this one and this one at this time, and he hasn't had this one and this one. And then they have 2 shots, 2 vaccines to choose from as to which one is making him sick, and instead of 4. And I felt like that was better odds. Medicating children. Gage has ADHD, and we did try meds for him. They didn't work. We tried 2 or 3 different kinds, and none of them worked, so we stopped. Do what's right for your kid, and don't let a teacher tell you that you have to just because you have an active boy. Don't let them do that. That is not their call. That is not the principal's call. That is not your doctor's call. That is your call. So you do what's right for your kid. Nobody knows your kid better than you. Cloth versus disposable diapers. I did mainly disposable just because cloth was really expensive and I didn't have any money. Store-bought or homemade baby food. I store-bought all of mine. Alright guys, that is the end of my controversial parenting tag. I hope that you enjoyed it. Leave your answers to the questions in the comments and we can have a conversation, because that's what is fun on YouTube. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.